All right, man. We are in the middle of Tucson at an assisted senior facility, and we're going to be hauling a unit, not upstairs, thank goodness, because as you can see, that's 4 stories. That would be an extra cost, by the way. We wouldn't be just saying, oh yeah, that's the same price. That is a different cost. It's a different cost for every flight, actually. You gotta recover your time. Not only that, guys, it's hard. We are on the job. This is leftovers from yesterday, and that is where we're coming from. So ground floor, which beats 3rd and 4th floor any day. So we are grateful. We're gonna get this day rolling. All right, this is what is going, all this furniture here. And the customer does not want to be on film. There you go. And then this small bedroom set here, and that's pretty much it. So we're gonna take care of this. All right, anyhow, we're well on the way. We have a bed, a couple of recliners, and I think another table, and then we're done with this job. It's a funny story. The recliner that we're taking in is the lady slept in it and then she died in it, which is got the creep factor. Anyhow, we're still rolling. All right, man, we are finished. Everything is out of here. All the bedroom furniture is gone. All the cleaning is over. It's about 3/4, a little more than that of the load. And we are very grateful. And that goes to these people, the oxygen people. So we don't take that kind of stuff. So this place is empty. You know, one of the things I want to really stress is stay healthy. These places are depressing. People come here to die, and it's just the truth of the matter. And the reality is you can do so much to make your health better while you're young, while you're vivacious, while you're able, and stay able-bodied, because you don't want to be in one of these places. These people lived here 2 years and had 2 moves, one from assisted living and then one for this, which is like Alzheimer's. Anyway, this job is finished. Everything is gone. All right, man, this is the side hustle. So we picked these up yesterday on a job that we got paid, and guess what? We are about to sell them. We put them up last night and it just went ape crazy. And the day before, we picked up a king-size mattress that nobody is taking, by the way. You can't donate them, but it was in perfect, when I mean perfect shape, I mean perfect. It was a very nice mattress, and we sold it. We sold that within 2 hours of putting it up, and we probably had 40 people interested in it, and probably out of those, 10 people who wish they bought it. That's just another part of this side hustle. These are really nice stools, by the way, and probably go from anywhere from 110 to 170 bucks, depending on where you get them. They have the automatic return, so they're spring-loaded. When you twist out, they correct themselves. It's really nice, but we don't need them, number one, and I'm not going to throw them away. I'm just not. And so there are some things that we wind up keeping to make our side hustle work really well. This is the other thing, man. We just let me do this. Hang on. So we just while I was filming the stools, we just got our 151st Google 5-star review. Well, I have 1 4-star. Man, that really bothers me, don't it? But anyway, but all positive reviews. All the reviews are fantastic. We are absolutely stoked. 151. That is in less than 10 months. We've been busy, and we are loving Arizona. We love making the connections, and we feel like we can do a whole lot better next year. So, all right. Well, we just got a call. We're headed back to Tucson. I think what I really want to stress here is that callbacks. Make sure you call these people that call you back. The person that just called us 2 days ago, and so I immediately called her back, left a message and text her, and said, "Hey, this is Gary with Junk Removal, returning your call, returning your interest email, etc." And didn't hear anything about her. I don't want to be like the puppy that's starving either. And so I left it at that, and then she just called us. And of course, we're fixing to dump this that we just did. And it's the second job today. And it sounds like it's a half truck or maybe a little more load. That's going to make the day very nice for us, especially being in December, slow time. It's part of the hustle, right? And we pulled a couple of things out of here that I know that will sell just fine. And so, we're eking it. We love it. So we're off, and we should be, I don't know, a couple hours and we're done. So always return those calls. Very important. All right, man. I thought today we were going to get a reprise. no work, but we just got a call, and it's an ultra minimum load. It's literally a box spring. And I gave her my minimum price, and she didn't flinch. That makes life really easy. Now, it is what I would call easy money, but at the same time, once you start rolling with this business, you cannot give it away. Number one, it's my time. Number two, I can't just go and get my trailer and travel X amount of miles and, do it for $40. You can't do that. And so, with insurance the way it is, with the gas popping up the way it is, hey, we'll go pick up a box spring, but it is at our minimum range, which is, and that changes, by the way. And the reason I don't give you numbers is that changes throughout the country. It depends on what your dump fees are. Some people have to, do special stuff with mattresses and box springs, etc., and it's just a pain. So we have a minimum, and we try to stick to it. Sometimes we can cut that cost if we are within a vicinity of, hey, say 1.5 miles, 3 miles, and somebody calls us while we're headed to the dump. Hey, guess what we're going to go do? We're going to go make it right, and we're going to go and do a real fast, easy money. There's no drive time. There's no nothing. It's convenient for everybody involved. And so therefore, we are the first people to jump on stuff like that. But on a day like this, where it's slow, I'm not traveling from point A to point B free. I'm just not going to do it. There's no way of doing that with today's realities. And that is like insurances, your car insurance, your other insurances. So guess what? We're out to go make $1 today. So anyway, this is how it's done. Well, there you go. My point exactly. Speak of the devil, right? So I'm on my way to pick up the box springs for a minimum. I already have debris in my trailer that I did not dump. And I didn't dump on purpose because it's not even a half a load, right? So I'm headed to pick up this box spring for a minimum, and somebody calls and says, "Hey, I have a countertop microwave. How much do you charge?" It's really hard for me to charge a minimum. I know some of you guys, you're not worried about it. In fact, you wouldn't leave the house for maybe not even a minimum. I'm not there yet. I don't know when I'll be there, but right now it's all about the hustle for me. And so I don't want to charge a minimum for a microwave. I can't really. But what I did is I got half of a minimum. And the cool thing is it's on the way, and it won't take any time whatsoever to pick it up, throw it in my truck. It won't add any significant weight whatsoever. And already got a load in here, not quite a half a load. And that and the box spring will make this day from a 0 to a hero. I think it was Matt and Joe that said if you made $400 every day for 261 days, because that's the amount of days that you work, you would make a little over $100,000 a year. And that's Matt and Joe from Sonoma Strong. fantastic channel if you ever get a chance to watch it. So this day is going to be half of that day that they're talking about. But I've had bigger, badder days, and it's all about dollar cost averaging to me. Just like if you, go into stocks, you go into these mutual funds, and it's all about dollar cost averaging. Some of them are going to outperform themselves, some of them are going to underperform, and you take the medium mean number, and that's your reality. And so it's the same thing with this business. Is you take some days that are, my best day is like $1,800, which is like, whoa. I mean, for me, that's like, wow. And I'm tickled to death every time a $600 and $800 day come by. And so I'll take these short days and just add them to the bulk. And at the end of the year, we'll see where we are. And it's kind of cool because it does add up. And I'm not one of those persons that will stay home and not leave for a minimum job. I'm going to go do a minimum job, especially if it's coming from a paid Google ad or something like that. You'd be stupid, otherwise you're throwing money away. And so it's all about the hustle. It's all about getting out and doing instead of sitting, wishing, and hoping, because wishing and hoping never makes anything happen. Action makes things happen. Getting off your butt and moving towards a goal, a job, or whatever, and fulfilling it, that's what makes things happen. And the short days are the short days. Live with them and accept them, because they're going to happen. But I'll take a short day over a 0 day, which I've had, and I've had recently, any day. I'll take that over that any day. And so it's all about dollar cost averaging. So I hope that makes sense. And we're going to go do this. We're going to go make sure these two people are taken care of. And who knows, maybe there's another minimum in the day. And then it takes that minimal day and makes it like, wow, wait a second. I do this and I'm sitting at, $100,000 gross year. That's not where I want to end up. But hey, you got to start somewhere. All right. That's Arizona style Christmas tree. Cactus. So this is interesting. I love I need a little heavenly light right now. So the microwave didn't pan out, and I'm not even really all that upset, but it made me ponder on a couple of things. The reason it didn't pan out is what probably is bothering me a little bit. And it's not like something that is bothering me to no end. And that is, I'm 3 minutes away from her house after 17 minutes ago, I texted her and I said, hey, I always do this. I'm 20 minutes out to let them know that, I'll be there. And so, I don't know, 17, 18 minutes after I get my text out to her, she goes, well, actually, can I cancel? I found somebody cheaper. And I said, first thing I wanted to do, well, heck no, you can't cancel. But customer's always right. When you're mom and pop business, we don't have any say about it. But I did turn around and say, hey, sure, I'm 3 minutes away from your house, but that's okay. Thank you. And I'll leave it at that. It's my little dig, but I'm not like angry. It's just, it made me wonder how they would feel with the other way around. I got a microwave oven, right? And then somebody calls and says, hey man, I got a trailer load for you. Right? The way I do business, I go get the microwave oven and then go do the trailer load. And for whatever reason, you may or may not disagree. You may disagree with this. If I have you on my book, you're going to get done. And even if it cost me a full load, it's just the way I am. Don't expect your customers to be the same way. because they're not. This is actually a very high-end place that I was going to. I service it quite often. And it's interesting on how some people, man, they balk at something. That is half of my price that I would have charged, and she balked at it. So I'm glad that she got her whatever, but that kind of stuff comes around, goes around. They live their life like that. Save 20 bucks, I don't care. It really doesn't matter, because she could have put it in the back of her car, any car, and taken it to the dumps and saved her real money. But everybody's a little different. I guess this is my rant, because as a small mom and pop business like me and my wife's business here is, the customer's always right, and there is no, I should say 99% right. Even if you don't like the way things are turning out, you just kind of got to grin and bear it like I do today. And honestly, this doesn't bother me as much as just the philosophical things that are going around in my head. And, a big company, they don't care. Customers never, customers never right. Your employees are never right. They got the power, man. We don't. It all comes down to customer service, what kind of taste you left in their mouth, whether or not they felt like they, even though it was expensive, whether or not they got treated well. This is the reality of the world, man. You diss somebody and the worst, or you diss somebody and you don't even know it, can result in a bad review. And you don't want those, because they affect your business. And of course, I'm not going to, it's 60 bucks. So I think what really bothered me is I went to 3 minutes away, man. It's just like, really? So sometimes you just have to grin and bear it, like I'm doing now. And in a big scheme of things, it's not a big deal. So it took this day back down to a minimum. Again, I'm grateful for that. And that's where I want to park my whole being, is being grateful for the grateful for the work that comes my way. Because if you start pissing and moaning and going, wow, that didn't work out, this didn't work out, that becomes your mantra, that becomes the way you do business, that becomes you. And that's not me. I'm very optimistic in my business. I know what I know. That's why I moved. I left Florida because it wasn't working, and it wasn't anything that I did. It was the environment for that type of business in that area. I could have made it in another city, but I decided, well, I've always wanted to move out west again. I'm originally from Cal, and I had my first business in Cal, sold that, and created another business in Florida, sold that, created another business. Anyway, that's kind of what I've been doing in my life. And so I can sit there and get all mad, but instead I just look at the opportunities. Okay, what can I do to make this really happen? What can I do to really succeed? And that's what it is. It's a game. People are fickle. Your customers can be fickle. They're not all like you, and they don't all play by the same rules. I have my rules. I have my principles. My principles are mine, and I'm going to stick to them. They've paid off for the last 30 years, and they will pay off here. And that is, again, if I had a $60 microwave, I would not do what this person did and say, hey, I found a better deal, because somebody wants to, they want to load my full truck. I'll find a way to do both of them. Or if that person isn't, can't wait 20 minutes, then I'm taking care of the people I promised I was going to take care of. Hope that all makes sense. Hey, if I'm helping anybody, or if you would subscribe, like my videos, and stay involved, man. I'd love to hear how you guys would handle this. All right, this is Gary with Junk Removal / Easy Go Junk Removal, and I'd appreciate it if you like and subscribe. Take care. So if you get any value out of this channel, if you would, please like and subscribe, and we'll keep the videos coming. As we grow, maybe you guys can grow with us in your own junk removal companies.